I was born in Lebanon. I was badly abused as a child, and very quickly made up my mind that people are not to be trusted. My dad was a good father, never physically nor verbally abused. We shared great moments. However, he worked a lot, that he was not around much. At about age 12, I got in trouble with the authorities and got beaten until I was bleeding. When I was released, I got home and Dad was not there. And that day I also decided that I was on my own. I lived my teenage years with lack of trust, doing life on my own. All the lies I believed about who I am and the agreement I made have led a life of rebellion, heavy drinking, almost died a few times from being drunk. On one occasion I was 19, so that's 2 years later. I passed out from being drunk. Next day, somehow the fear of dying and unknown of what's eternity and kind of fear of God or judgment or not knowing what's gonna happen to me because of the life I led as a teenager. I started looking for God. Where I come from, we have mostly three main religions. That's the Jews, the Christians, and the Muslims. So I picked up all these three books that I thought, Old Testament and the New Testament and the Quran, and I read them all, looking for God, and I found him in the Gospels, the four Gospels, and that was Jesus who was speaking to me. After I accepted him as my Savior, I started slowly realizing that I can trust God. I am not alone. He is with me, and he has been, and he was going often after me, the lost sheep. I have experienced great redemption and healing. I have not arrived, but by God's grace and the brothers, band of brothers everywhere, I'm more sensitive to hearing the lies. Recently, maybe a couple months ago, I don't know, I think it was downloading something on my phone. I don't know how to do it or something. And Lillian said, my wife said, let me do it for you. I can't remember. Maybe it's the Alexa or something. And then she was doing, and I said, can I see or something? She said, what, don't you trust me? And so, oh my goodness, I failed again. So I don't think it was a trust issue, but again, I do have an issue with, well, I did have an issue with that. I'm freed. I renounced that. But and also some of the trust is during my teenage year also, because I was a child soldier, so we do night watch and stuff like that. It's like you really can trust even the one that's beside me or covering my back. So my encouragement to me and my to watch for, as Will said, is to listen carefully who you're listening to. Is it the voice of the enemy? If it's not for my good, it's got to be the enemy. If it's going against who I am a son. So if this is an agreement with the enemy, you renounce it, and to know that the fact that we are sons, and stand firm in this fact. Thank you.